Welcome to the Maral Vegas Show, where we talk with locals in the community to highlight one of my favorite things about Vegas, its people. Welcome, everyone, to the Maral Vegas Show on the Vegas Video Network. I am so grateful and blessed to be here today, and thank you for watching and listening. What is the Maral Vegas Show, you say? Well, it's a place where we will discover that Vegas is way more than the Strip, where we will meet some cool people and we'll learn a thing or two. Today's guest is Cheryl Delsangro, make sure I don't mess that up, and her dog, Benny, who is a professional ice skating lab. I made a promise to my viewers, Cheryl, that I would have the coolest guests, and I think I'm keeping that promise today for sure. Cheryl is also a former professional ice skater herself, and she rescued Benny from a shelter. I believe Benny was on the kill list, and Cheryl just scooped him right up and rescued him, and now he is a skater. Welcome to the Maral Vegas Show, Cheryl. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. And tell us a little bit first about your background as a skater before we get into Benny, because Benny's going to be telling us his story soon, right?
Well, I was a professional figure skater. I started skating when I was 4 years old in Cleveland, Ohio. I skated there. I competed nationally, and when I was about 20 years old, I stopped competing. I turned pro, and I started teaching skating, and I taught for 20 years in Cleveland.
Wow.
And we have a daughter that skated. I taught her to skate when she was 17 months old, and skating was our whole life basically till we moved out here.
How do you teach a 17-month-old how to skate? That's amazing.
Well, it's really pretty easy because they don't have any fear. They're close to the ground, so if they fall, they don't get hurt or anything. And they're wearing a diaper still, so if they fall on their butt, it's soft. And I had little custom skates made, and when I was teaching, I would just put her in a corner by herself, and she learned how to stand up on her own and start skating and kind of on her own, because you just
almost
leave them
like
to do it.
She just learned how to walk, and then she immediately learned how to skate.
Yes.
Yeah. That's amazing. So did that kind of give you the inspiration to teach him because you were able to do that first?
Yes, definitely. That's exactly what it was, because I told my husband, I said, if I could teach Brittany at 17 months old how to skate, I can surely teach Benny how to skate.
It's amazing. So I hear that the first sign that you had after you rescued him, it wasn't like immediate. You brought him to the Vegas Golden Knights game. And did he do something there that kind of sparked?
Well, what actually happened was I rescued him about over 5 years ago, and he immediately, I could tell how smart he was, and he started doing odd things at home that most dogs don't do, and you could see he was like, I had a different mentality. So I started training him, and he learned like 50 tricks on the ground, and he can do all kinds of stuff. So then a friend of mine who's a photographer, he says 2 springs ago when the Golden Knights made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, he said, let's make a cheer video. And I said, okay. So we got access to ice, and I went out on my skates, but he just was on his feet. He didn't have any skates yet. And we made this cheer video, and he ran around on the ice, and he carried the hockey puck, carried the hockey stick. He sat in front of the net and blocked the puck when it rolled at him with the stick and all this stuff. And it kind of went nuts, and it was just on my own personal Facebook page and my friends, and it got like 40,000 hits or something. So we were just talking one day, and we were talking about it, and I said, well, I think I could actually teach him to skate. That's what I told my husband.
Yeah.
I think I can really teach him to skate. And so that's kind of how it all got drummed up. But it took 2 months after that to get the equipment ready for him to try it even. So
Right. Did you make him little skates?
Yes.
How did you do that?
Well, I used dog boots, and I had them custom made differently, to accommodate.
Yeah.
And then a friend of ours, he made these bottoms, these lightweight metal bottoms of the actual blade, and then we put them together and stuff, and he uses those to skate, and he can just do it. It's just incredible. Yeah.
What was it like when you first put them on? Because when you see a dog with even boots, It's so funny. I've watched those videos so many times, and it's the cutest thing. They're trying to figure out how to walk with the boots. Was it kind of like that?
Well, that's what I did do. I put them on at home in the grass because the blades were on them.
Yeah.
So we put him on at home in the grass, and that's what he was doing, that real high-legged walk at first.
Yeah.
But it just took him a few minutes, and he started walking right around. So we practiced walking in the grass first. And he didn't mind wearing them. So, but he had the high-legged walk exactly like that. Yeah.
That's adorable. And he has a pretty busy schedule, let me tell you, is what I've noticed.
Yes.
First of all, he has a huge following online.
Yes.
Which is, I think he has more followers than I do, or like some people do, How did that start, and what are some of the things that he's doing?
Well, he really got a big following. I mean, right away, as soon as we posted the videos, we were inundated. This was a year ago, right about in August.
Okay.
We were inundated with, people from all over the world, all over Las Vegas, we want to see him. Can we do this? Can we come and watch him? Or, we want to interview you, and all this stuff. So as soon as that stuff started, getting online and stuff, we made his own website,
Instagram
page and Instagram and Facebook, his own, email, everything. And it just took off like crazy after that. I mean, and we didn't really know what we were doing at all, because we weren't, I never had anything like that. And so it was a big learning experience. We're getting the hang of it now. It's been a year. We're getting the hang
social
of it.
media part.
Yes,
it's a job within itself.
It is.
Yeah, that's so funny. And what are some of the things that are coming up? I know that you mentioned that he's doing Skate with Benny on the 24th. I saw this flyer. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So we teamed up with the Animal Foundation, and we're doing a fundraiser. It's this Saturday at 1 to 3 at the Las Vegas Ice Center, Skate with Benny. And all the proceeds will go to the Animal Foundation. It's going to their programs that will help, continue to make them eventually a no-kill shelter, complete no-kill shelter.
Right.
And so all the proceeds will be going to that. And if you just want to come and watch, it's $5 only. And then if you want to skate, it's more. And there's a family pack and the whole big thing. And the information's on the Animal Foundation, or it's on Benny's Facebook page or his Instagram. I've been posting it all along. And it's going to be really fun, because also the Las Vegas Ice Theater, they'll be skating at it and doing a little performance. And they skated at the Nationals here in the United States. They got 4th place out of 30-some teams. So they'll be doing their little number, and we have a bunch of raffles, dog beds, dog food, all kinds of cool raffle things, and we'll have a silent auction for the Vegas Golden Knight tickets.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun. Speaking of Kill Shelter, by the way, he was on the list, right? I had mentioned that. Can you tell me how that happened? You saved his life.
Well,
really.
We were looking for another dog. We had a couple at home, but we had an opening, so we had a space for another dog. So we started looking, and I wanted a lab. I wanted a lab or a lab mix, and I started looking around, and I saw a picture of him with the Lab Rescue page here. Yeah, they had his picture on there, and he was from he was in Salt Lake City, and he was in the pound there for 6 months. He went in when he was a puppy, and nobody wanted him. He got adopted for one day, like in February. Went in October. He got adopted for one day in February. They returned him the next day up in Salt Lake City. I mean, I don't know why.
He got adopted for one day?
And then he came back and to the shelter, and he was there till April, and then they put him on the kill list.
How could anyone return him?
I don't know.
That's all.
Really, because
he's adorable.
He's fallen asleep.
I think he's had a really long day. Weren't you guys at Channel 13 or something this morning?
For the fundraiser.
He's adorable.
But
Benny, no, I'm just kidding.
The Lab Rescue, I was interested. So the Lab Rescue from here pulled him, and we had him shipped all the way down from Salt Lake City, and then I ended up with him, and I don't know why he could not. I mean, he's never ever done anything wrong in our house. Yeah, he doesn't chew anything up bad. He doesn't have accidents. I mean, I don't know why nobody would. Like, why you would have returned him or anything. And he's just like the best dog.
He really is. I've seen you out with him the first time we met. He was so well behaved. I was
he
amazed.
is. I don't understand it, but that's why it's so important to support the Animal Foundation, because the really good dogs are in there, and cats and other animals.
That's amazing. I have 2 dogs that don't listen to me. We will talk about that later because I need some tips from you. But before we do that, I'd like to watch some video clips that we have of Benny so we can show everyone what a fantastic skater that Benny really is. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Oh, there he is. Oh.
Yeah, that's his little night shirt on.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, what is he about to do?
This is one of his new tricks. He does a jump now. And so this is his jump.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't even do that.
He carries anything around, so he's carrying the cone there. And this is the group of kids that will be skating with him on Saturday. This is the Las Vegas Ice Theater, and here he's doing a little demonstration for them. Look at him go.
That's amazing. Benny, would you like to say anything about that? I want to give my proper greeting to Benny. How do I do that? Do I do that with this?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Benny.
Okay. Benny, I have something for you. Can you reach that?
Benny. There you go. That's it.
He's like, I'll take it. Yeah. Fine. He's so cute. So I have 2 dogs myself, like I was telling you, and I would love some tips from you. One is a pug, and the other one is a Shiba Inu. Have you ever had any experience with those dogs?
No, I know both. I've never owned either of those, but I know what both of them are, yes.
Okay. So Shiba Inus are known for being very stubborn. They're kind of skittish, and they decide who they want to go to. She's even like that with me, and, I'm her mom. And her name is Gigi. Pugs, pugs. They're just full of love. They're love bugs. They don't want anything else, but they're lap dogs, They're pretty funny together, actually. They tag team, and here they are right now. You see. My mom was feeding them water giving them some water in the car. We were on our way somewhere, but I thought this video was so funny because of the way that Poochie kept looking at Gigi drinking the water. She's like, Mom, where's my water? Give it to me.
She looks like a fox.
She does. Everyone always says that. But they're really funny. Like this morning, Gigi was just staring at me like, wake up, I'm ready to play. And so what are like the basic, we all know that Benny's a very well-behaved dog. So I'm sure the skating is a whole different level. I don't need that because I don't think my dogs are going to be professional skaters. But what would you say, like the 3 most basic, tips to training a dog to keep in mind?
Dogs don't, one of the biggest things is dogs don't know what your words mean unless you explain them through your actions. So if you've never helped your dog sit, or touch their butt and you say a word sit, they don't know what that means. So that goes along with other words too. So, you tell them something, unless you've actually explained it through actions, helping them learn it at first, they won't know what you're talking about. And that's a huge mistake. People, down, down, down. They don't know what that means unless you've actually taught it to them.
That's interesting. I never knew that. Okay.
And a lot of people mix up their words, their commands too. Like down's a perfect one. So for down, to me, down is to lay down. But if your dog jumps on you and you say down, now you've just taught your dog down is to lay down, and now you want your dog not to jump on you. So down isn't the right word. So you have to be really consistent with the words you use to train your dog. Always has to be the same word for the exact same command for the same result. Okay. So if you mix up your words, you're just going to mix up their vocabulary in their head.
Okay, so you have to be consistent.
Yes.
Very important.
Just the more time you spend working with those things, it may take some dogs 1 or 2 times. It may take dogs 1 or 2 weeks. But just keep working the same exact thing. Eventually, they will get it.
Yeah, that's actually really great. So basically I'm the problem.
Most times that's what is the problem, yes.
The dogs are not the problem. You are, Maral. You need to train your dogs right. So I will be more consistent. You said you have 2 other dogs at home?
Yes.
How is it with the other 2 dogs?
Oh, he loves them. They're girl dogs, so he especially loves them. And we have a chocolate lab.
Okay.
She's also a rescue.
Yeah.
And she's 11, but she used to do the dock diving. And she got second in the country in the dock diving event.
So she's a professional dock diver?
Well, she's not professional, but she's an accomplished dock diver, yes.
Okay.
And then we have a Labradoodle that we rescued too, and she's 13, and she's way bigger than he is, and she's real tall, but she's like a clown, and she's real goofy, and everybody loves her, and she's just like a goofy, silly dog, and she's still like that at 13 years old. So,
does she do any tricks or no?
She does a few little tricks. The chocolate lab can do maybe half amount of tricks he can do, but he can do like almost no end to his tricks. Plus, if you want to teach him something, he can learn it in a matter of a day or two. He can learn a new command or a trick for a special occasion or whatever.
Yeah.
When he's not half sleeping like
I
he is
know.
now.
He's like, Mom, I've had a long day. Okay. Do you vicariously live through his skating? Because you said you were a skater and it's been quite. Do you miss it?
Well, you know what? I didn't realize how much I missed the skating because when we moved here, I really wasn't involved in skating.
Yeah.
And we have a restaurant, so I was working at the restaurant and helping my husband with the restaurant. But now that I'm back involved, I really see how much I missed it. And I think that was a lot of the reason why I trained him so well is because I didn't have that skating to teach anymore. So I had to do something that with I just have that, feeling I need to teach or help. So that's why I think I work so much.
Keeps you busy.
Yes, exactly.
Which I'm sure a restaurant keeps you busy too. What restaurant? I need to go to this restaurant.
It's called the Boulevard Bar and Grill. It's across the street from the South Point on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Okay.
And we've been there 19 years now. So
I didn't know that. I'll definitely have to go check that out. Does Benny go there sometimes, or is it?
Not very often. But it's Italian food. There's regular food too, like hamburgers and stuff. But it specializes in Italian food. My husband's Italian, so
awesome.
Yeah, they're his family's recipes and stuff. So
I love Italian food. I will definitely check that place out. Another thing that I know that's really cool is that Benny supports a lot of charities. Right?
Yes.
Good causes. I know we talked a little bit about it, but the other one that he's doing on August 30th, which isn't that far away from today, is supporting autistic kids. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, yes, there's a group of skaters here the group is called Spectrum on Ice, and they're autistic children, and they skate, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 times a month. And last month in July, we went and skated with them. It was the first time, and Benny got to meet all the kids and everything, and it just went over so good. And he was out there on the ice skating. They were following him around, and we got group pictures, and it was just such a nice thing. We're going to be doing it again next Friday, a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be doing it again, and it's a good group of kids, and it was a good experience. It was a good experience for us and Benny, and I think they had a good time, so we're going back to do it again.
Awesome. And the premise of my show is really about Vegas locals. You guys are Vegas locals. How long have you guys been here now? You said 20 years since you opened the restaurant?
Well, yeah, 20 years, but the restaurant's been open 19 years.
Awesome. Yeah. So I think Benny is one of my favorite local guests so far, even though I've only had a couple episodes. But I've never thought I would have a local dog professional ice skater on my show. So I'm really grateful for that. Can you tell us how people can follow Benny? Like, what's his social media?
Well, he has an Instagram and a Facebook page, and they're both Vegas King Benny.
Vegas King Benny.
Yes, and he has his own website, and it's BennyTheIceSkatingDog.com. I
am definitely following him, by the way. And I have tagged you already from another event that we were at. So Benny, you look so tired.
He had a big day already. Yeah.
So cute. I know. Well, we're going to let Benny go and get some rest because he has other events he has to be at tomorrow, right?
Yes.
And that pretty much wraps up the show. Cheryl, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Benny, thank you for being here today. Can we get a little smile?
Benny, you ready to go? Huh?
He's like, I'm ready to go, mommy. Okay, so don't forget to follow us on social media platforms at Maral Vegas to find out more about my shows and my cool guests like Cheryl. If you have any questions or comments, you may also email me at info@maralvegas.com. Be sure to tell your friends about the Maral Vegas show, where it can be also found. This is pretty much a mouthful, so please make sure to pay attention. On iTunes, Roku, YouTube, Stitcher, TuneIn, we're everywhere. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Google Play, Twitter, Facebook, any RSS reader, and of course, the Vegas Video Network at vegasvideonetwork.com. Thank you again, Cheryl, for being here.
Us.
See you guys soon.